Hey everybody, thanks a lot for tuning in. We're gonna have a closer look at how to brake when you're inline skating. Getting up to speed is of course super important, and that's what makes you a good speed skater, but it is just as important to know how to brake, because at first it's a matter of safety, but also just to be agile on your skates is really important. So we're gonna have a look at 4 different ways to brake and to stop when you're out inline skating. The first way is what I call the T brake, or the emergency brake. The reason you want to try and keep this to a minimum and only use it when it's really necessary is because you use up your wheels, and also it is not good for your knee. The more weight, the more pressure you put into this skate, that will break you down, that will counterwork the forward movement, the faster you'll brake. So if possible, try and avoid the T brake and instead pick one of these 3 methods. So the first one of the methods is what I call the ski brake. So the ski brake is a bit like you would do when you're out skiing, if you tried that before. Just as kind of in a like V shape, you would gradually put one skate in front of the other, put pressure on it so that will force you to slow down. It's pretty simple. It might not be as effective as the T brake, but it's a comfortable way to slow down. Another method to brake when you're out inline skating is the V brake. So the V brake is kind of the same thing, except you keep your wheels in the ground. So it's again all about putting more weight in the wheels and try and make this sort of circular movement where you push your skates away from yourself, but also turning them towards each other. And that way you're gonna stop. It's also the same method you use to be skating backwards. I'll post a video on that shortly, so stay tuned for that. So the final 4th way I'm gonna come up with on how to slow down when you're out skating and ultimately go to a standstill is to do like a sort of step slalom. So what you do is you basically do slalom movement, but as you do that, you kind of do a few steps to force yourself to slow down. It's a super gentle way, and I do it most of the time because it's not that urgent to slow down for me, as I usually skate on tracks. So this is more like a rolling into a standstill when you got the time for it, when you got the space for it, and there's no rush. It's pretty comfortable. It's also easy on the legs, easy on the wheels. So if possible, go with this. If not, you may use some of the other ways to brake, and if it's really urgent and you gotta it's an emergency situation, go for the T brake. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's a great pleasure to producing them, and I promise you there's gonna be a lot more, so hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more. See you around, guys.